Good day, let's do some flag division. Okay, flag division is an alternative to long division. Let's go ahead and get started on one of these. I'm going to move these up, and we'll start on this one here, this problem here, 2,876 divided by 23. Okay, we're going to kind of set it up like this. We're going to write it in, 2,876. Okay, and then we're going to write the 2 and the 3. Okay, this is where you get the flag division from, because this number here is kind of like on a, like if you can imagine the number here and then, you know, a little flag. So this is your flag division. This is the setup. Okay, a big 2 here and the small 3 up top. Now, however many digits are on the flag, okay, we have 1 digit on the flag. So we're going to move our our remainder, or our decimal, is going to be, we're just going to move it 1 in from the right. So we have 1 digit on the flag, we move it in, and this is where, this will be the remainder, this will be the quotient, and this will be the remainder. Okay, now to make a little bit of room for this problem, I'm going to go ahead and erase the original problem here, just to make room here. Or actually what I could do, I guess I could just move it out of the way. It's probably better. And I'm going to kind of move this up here. And this is how it's going to go. This is how we're going to do. Okay, this is the process for doing flag division. Okay, we have this number 2. Okay, we're going to divide 2 divided by 2. Okay, so 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2. So here, I'm going to kind of write these steps out. 2 divided by 2. Okay, that equals 1. So we're going to write that number 1. Okay, 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Now here's what we're going to do next. We're going to take this next digit here, this 8. Okay, we're going to do 8 subtract 1 times 3. So 8 subtract this quotient times the flag digit. So that's going to be 8 subtract 3 times 1. Okay, that's 8 subtract 3. 8 subtract 3 is 5. Okay, now we're going to take this number 5 that we just came up with, 5. We're going to take 5 and we're going to divide it by this digit here, 2. So 5 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2 equals 2 with a remainder of 1. So we're going to write that in, 2 with 1 left over. Okay, now our next step, we're just going to repeat this process. We're going to take this number 17. Okay, 17 minus 2 times 3. So 17 minus the quotient digit times the flag digit. So we have 17 minus 2 times 3. Okay, that's 17 minus 6. 17 minus 6 equals 11. Okay, so now we're going to take this number 11 that we just came up with. 17 minus 2 times 3 gives us 11. So we take this number 11 and we divide it by this divisor here, this 2. So 11 divided by 2. 11 divided by 2 gives us 5 with a remainder of 1. So we can write that in, 5, remainder 1. Okay, repeat this step one more time here. Okay, 16 minus 5 times 3. So it's going to be 16 minus 5 times 3. Okay, that's 16 minus 15. 16 minus 15 is 1. Okay, and since that's kind of over here in this remainder area, that's our remainder 1. So we get our answer, 125, remainder 1. Okay, remember once again that was for this problem here. 2,876 divided by 23 equals 125, remainder 1. Okay, now if you wanted to, let's say, get a decimal answer, so it'd be like 125.0434. There's a way to do that. You just keep repeating this process that I kind of showed you here. You keep repeating this process along the line here. I might show you that a little bit later on. But before I do, let's do another example problem where we get the quotient and remainder. Okay, once again, this is our answer here. 125, remainder 1. All right, our next problem. 6,852 divided by 34. Okay, this is how we're going to set up 6,852 divided by 34. Okay, there's our flag digit. And we have one digit on the flag, so we go one digit in from the right. and this will be the remainder. This is your quotient. This will be the remainder area. And just to make room, I'm going to move this out of the way and move this kind of up here. Okay, first step, what we're going to do is we're going to take 6 divided by 3. Okay, 6 divided by 3 equals 2, remainder 0. So we could write a 2 with 0 remainder. Next step, we're going to take 8 minus 2 times 4. So 8 minus 2 times 4. 8 minus 2 times 4, that's 8 minus 8, that gives us 0. Okay, now we take this number that we just came up with. Remember, we do 8 minus 2 times 4. We get 0. Now we're going to take the number 0 and divide by 3. 0 divided by 3 equals 0 with 0 left over. Okay, 0 divided by 3 is 0 with 0 left over. So we're going to write 0 with 0 left over. Okay, next step, we're going to take this number 5. 5 minus 0 times 4. 5 minus 0 times 4. 5 minus 0 equals 5. Okay, 5 minus 0 times 4 equals 5. Okay, now we're going to take this number that we just came up with. Remember, we're doing 5 minus 0 times 4. Gives us number 5. So now we're going to take this number 5, divide it by 3. Okay, 5 divided by 3 is 1 with 2 left over. Okay, final step here, we're going to get our remainder now. We're going to take this number 22 minus 1 times 4. 22 minus 1 times 4. 22 minus 1 times 4 equals 18. And that's our remainder. So our answer we get here is 200. 201 with 18 left over. Okay, and that was for our original problem. That was 6,852 divided by 34. Okay, so you kind of see how this goes. You take the first digit, divide here, you get an answer and a remainder. Then you take this number, subtract this times this, whatever you get for that answer, you divide by the divisor. And you keep doing that. You just take this number, subtract here, and then what you get for that answer, you divide by this divisor. I'll show you another example problem. You'll start to see the pattern of how this works. Okay, here's another problem here. 39,811 divided by 42. So once again, we'll set it up like this. 39811. Okay, divided by 42. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. Just to give us a little bit of room to work. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to take 3 divided by 4. Okay, 3 divided by 4. You can't really do 3 divided by 4. Okay, so 3 divided by 4 we can't do. So we're going to do 39 divided by 4. Okay, 39 divided by 4. Closest we could get, I think, is 36, which is 9 times 4. So we're going to say that that's 9 with 3 left over. 9 remainder 3. All right, next step, we're going to take this number here, 38 minus 9 times 2. Okay, 38 minus 9 times 2, that's 38 minus 18. 38 minus 18 gives us 20. Okay, so we did 38 minus 9 times 2. We get 20. Now we're going to take 20 and divide it by this divisor here. Okay, 20 divided by 4 gives us 5 with 0 left over. So I want you to see this. If I write 5 with 0 left over, now if I do this next step, 1 minus 5 times 2, well, that gives us a negative number. So instead of writing 5 remainder 0, we're going to write 4 remainder 4. Okay, so 20 divided by 4 gives us 4 with 4 left over. Okay, now 41 minus 4 times 2. Okay, we have 41 minus 4 times 2. That's 41 minus 8. that equals 33. Okay, so now we're going to take this number 33 and divide it by 4. Okay, 33 divided by 4. The closest we could get is 7. Okay, remember 7 times 4 is 28. So 33 divided by 4 gives us 7, remainder 5. So 7, remainder 5. Okay, last step for the remainder. Now we have this number 51. So we're going to do 51 minus 7 times 2. Okay, that's 51 minus 14. 51 minus 14 gives us 37. Okay, now we take this number 37. Remember we did 51 minus 7 times 2, that's 14. Oh, this is the remainder. Okay, so 37 remainder. So here we have our answer, 947, remainder 37. Okay, now I'll show you one or two ways to do this if you don't want to get the remainder. Let's say you want to get a digit answer, so 947 point something, you know, a digit remainder instead of a remainder. You want a decimal answer. I'll show you how to do that next, and it's real simple. We just keep following the same pattern. Okay, we just keep following the same pattern. Okay, so let's go back to the first problem that we started with, this 2,876 divided by 23. Once again, we have one digit on the flag, so we move in one digit here. Okay, now instead of a remainder, this is going to be the decimals. So let's start from the very beginning here. We have 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2, I'll write that out. 2 divided by 2 equals 1 with 0 left over. That's right, 1 with 0 left over. Next step, we're going to take 8 minus 1 times 3. Okay, 8 minus 3, that equals 5. Okay, now we take this number that we just came up with. Remember doing 8 minus 1 times 3. That gives us 5. Now we take 5 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2. It gives us 2 with 1 left over. 2, remainder 1. Okay, next step, we just keep repeating this pattern. 17 minus 2 times 3. 17 minus 2 times 3. That's 17 minus 6. 17 minus 6 equals 11. Okay, so we did 17 minus 2 times 3. We get 11. So now we're going to take 11. Now we're going to take 11 and divide it by this 2. So 11 divided by 2. 11 divided by 2 gives us 5, remainder 1. Okay, so we write that in 5, remainder 1. Okay, I'm going to kind of move some of this stuff up here. Okay, next step, we're going to take 16 minus 5 times 3. Okay, 16 minus 5 times 3. Okay, that's 16 minus 15. 16 minus 15 gives us 1. Okay, so we did 16 minus 5 times 3. We get the number 1. So now we're going to take 1 and divide it by 2. Okay, 1 divided by 2 is 0 with 1 left over. That's right, 0 with 1 left over. Okay, next step, same thing we're going to do here. 10 minus 0 times 3. So 10 minus 0 times 3. That's 10 minus 0. 10 minus 0 gives us 10. Okay, so 10 minus 0 times 3, we get 10. So now we're going to take 10 divided by 2. Okay, 10 divided by 2 gives us 5, remainder 0. But if we write that in here, see, notice that we write this 5, remainder 0. Okay, now we have 0 minus 5 times 3. That gives us a negative number. So instead of writing 5, remainder 0, we're going to write 4, remainder 2. So now we can do our subtraction. 20 minus 4 times 3. Okay, I'm going to erase some of this stuff. If you don't already have this written down, go ahead and press pause. I'm going to erase it now. So we're at this point, we have 20 minus 4 times 3. Okay, 20 minus 4 times 3, that's 20 minus 12. 20 minus 12 gives us 8. Okay, so now we take this number 8, divide by 2. Okay, 8 divided by 2 gives us 4, remainder 0. Okay, we come across that same problem again. If we write 4, remainder 0. So instead of 4, remainder 0, 8 divided by 2, I'm going to say that's 3 with 2 left over. Okay, so now let's see what happens here. If I write 3 with 2 left over, okay, if I write 3 with 2 left over, so now we have 20 minus 3 times 3. Okay, that's 20 minus 9. 20 minus 9 gives us 11. So now once again, I did 20 minus 3 times 3. That gives us 11. So I'm going to take this number 11 and divide by 2. Okay, 11 divided by 2. That gives us 5, remainder 1. So you could write 5, remainder 1. But then look again, we need to adjust again, because 10 minus 5 times 3, that gives us a negative number. So instead of 5, remainder 1, we're going to say 11 divided by 2. We're going to say that's 4, remainder 3. Okay, 4 with 3 left over. And at this point, you got 4 decimal places out. So we could go ahead and say stop there. Unless you want to keep working, you just keep following this pattern. You could get this decimal as long as you want. I'm going to go ahead and erase some of this stuff. If you don't already have it, go ahead and press pause and catch up. I'm just going to erase just to make a little bit of room here. Okay, so we get our answer here, 125.0434. Okay, this is our answer. Remember, our original problem here was 2,876 divided by 23. Okay, this is what we get for our answer. Okay, I'm going to do one more of these, same problem that we just worked on earlier. And I'm going to show you how to work it out so you get the decimal. If you get the decimal, or you could get a remainder, depending on what you're doing. I know it's kind of this is unusual. It's unusual. It's different from long division. It's just it's an alternative to long division. Pick and choose which way, whatever works best for you. I know this is new for most people in the West. Here, I'm going to show you again another example. Okay, remember this is the second problem that we had here. So we set it up like this, 6,852. Okay, divided by 34. And I'm going to go ahead and move this problem out of the way and move this guy up a little bit. Okay, once again, this is how we start. 6 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 gives us 2 with 0 left over. So 2 with 0 left over. Next step, 8 minus 2 times 4. Okay, that's 0. So we go 8 minus 2 times 4 gives us 0. So 8 minus 2 times 4 gives us 0. So now we take this number 0 divided by 3. 0 divided by 3 is 0 with 0 left over. Oh, and before I forget, once again, you have one flag digit. You move it in one step to the right here. This is going to be your remainder area. Okay, so now we have this number here, 5. 5 minus 0 times 4. 5 minus 0 equals 5. So we did 5 minus 0 times 4. We get the number 5. So now we take that number. 5 minus 0 times 4 gives us 5. We take that number 5 and divide by 3. Okay, 5 divided by 3 gives us 1 with 2 left over. Okay, now we're going to start working on the decimal area here. So I'm going to erase a little bit of this. Okay, so we have this number 22. 22 minus 1 times 4. Okay, that gives us 18. Okay, so we take this number 18, we divide by 3. Okay, we had 22 minus 1 times 4 gives us 18. So now we're going to take this number 18, divide by 3. Okay, 18 divided by 3 gives us 6 with 0 remainder. Okay, once again, if I write 6 with 0 remainder, I have to do an adjustment. So instead of 6 with 0 remainder, we're going to say 18 divided by 3 equals 5, remainder 3. Okay, you could kind of think of it like there's a bunch of zeros here. Okay, so now we have this. We have 30 minus 5 times 4. Okay, 30 minus 5 times 4. 30 minus 5 times 4. That's 30 minus 20. 30 minus 20 gives us 10. Okay, so we're going to take that number 10 divided by 3. So we did 30 minus 5 times 4 gives us 10. 30 minus 20 is 10. 10 divided by 3. Okay, 10 divided by 3, we're going to say that is, we could say it's 3 remainder 1. Let's see, we need to make an adjustment because we have 10 minus 3 times 4. That's 10 minus 12. That gives us a negative number. So instead of 3 remainder 1, we're going to say 2 remainder 4. All right. So now we have this number here, 40. 40 minus 2 times 4. Okay, that's 40 minus 8. 40 minus 8 gives us 32. So now we take this number 32. We divide by 3. Once again, this is just the same pattern. 40 minus 2 times 4 gives us 32. 40 minus 2 times 4 is 32. 32 divided by 3. Okay, 32 divided by 3. We're going to say that's 9, remainder 5. 32 divided by 3. So 9 times 3 is 27. It's closest we could get. 9, remainder 5. Okay, now we have this number 50. 50 minus 9 times 4. Okay, that's 50 minus 36. 50 minus 36 is 14. Okay, now we take that number 14, divide by 3. 14 divided by 3, we're going to say that is 4, remainder 2. Okay, and you just keep going on. If you want this decimal longer, you keep going on. I usually stop about after 4 or 5 decimal places. So this is our answer here, 201.5294. We'll go ahead and erase some of this work. If you don't have it already written down, go ahead and press pause. Write this stuff down. Go ahead and erase. Okay, so our answer, we get 201.5294. Okay, remember, our original problem was 6,852 divided by 34. And this is what we get for our answer, 201.5294. Okay, I would watch through this video a couple times. Maybe write all this stuff down if you want to learn how to do this flag division. Okay, this is flag division when there's only 1 digit on the flag. Okay, there's an intermediate where there's more than 1 digit on the flag. You could have as many digits on the flag as you want. Okay, this is kind of the beginner version of it. Yeah, go through this video again, learn how to do this. It's an alternative to long division if you don't like to do long division. The advantage of this is sometimes you could do most of the stuff in your head. You don't have to write all these steps out. You know, you could do this, you could kind of do this in your head. 40 minus 2 times 4 equals 32. You know, 32 divided by 3 equals 9, remainder 5. It's kind of the advantage is, you know, I write it down for your benefit. But when you get real good at this, you don't have to really write all these steps out. It ends up saving you room on your paper. Okay, flag division. I just want to thank you for watching. And just want to encourage you to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you.